I don't know what's going on. I just got a directive to do a video. I'm a little confused. Hi, hello, welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name's Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll do the Horoscope today, and I was sent to do a channel reading. So let's get in here, fit in here, and see what we got going on. I know with this deck, it always tells me about brujeria, santeria, y amiaja. So yeah, rule of lesser magic designed to strip, or somebody's losing out, depleting, being disregarded according to karma, something of that nature. And as I was getting on the channel, I heard that song. I don't know the language. It's a Mariah Carey, sweet, sweet something, baby. Walk by every night talking sweet and looking fine. Maybe I'm butchering the words. I'm sure that song was playing in the house when I was younger. I know I've come up with all these music lyrics, and I always say like I don't listen to the radio. I do download those lists on Spotify when I'm on my runs, and I'm like really, really into running. So I get popular music, and like if I've listened to a track a few times on a morning run, I'll catch a song. And I'm also like a former gymnast and cheerleader, so like we had those popular songs. But back in the Bring It On era, I've been out of high school like 20 years. Um, but like also like culturally, like I'm from a household, so um, and I'm like half black. So like sometimes the song will be in there and I don't know how it got in there, but I listen to belly dancing music or, you know, rave music, EDM. So that's just what's up. If I am listening to lyrics, it's usually like French or British pop. Oh, permiso, perdóneme. Okay. Yeah, so we have some kind of soul retrieval because I think we were bound in some kind of way, shape, form, or another in the past. I'm hearing that song, talking sweet and looking fine. Sweet, sweet. I don't know, remember the words. I think it's Mariah Carey. Hmm. Scusi, I'm yawning on camera. Okay, so I'm just gonna say what's up. I'm getting the energy that there was a witch or a hater, some type of adversary, Queen of Wands, that wanted to strip us, bind us down in some kind of way. It could be physical, spiritual, could be literal. We're having some soul retrieval because we're shining bright, and this is an energy. Queen of Wands wants to be bigger, brighter, and better. And when the Five of Wands comes, I mean, Five of Pentacles comes out right away, you do have to take a moment and look at at least according to my style of reading, we do need to take a moment and look at the reverse meanings. So somebody probably comes from a tainted family name. They're dictatorial, kind of evil, Queen of Swords in reverse, bigoted, tyrannical even. They cause problems. They like to sow seeds of discord. They like to, they get off when they see people struggling. That they're duplicitous. They might even lie, falsify documentation, create whole entire schemes. They can be pathological of some kind of way, shape, form, or another. Now, somebody here is wanting to bind, to strip, or to make some kind of change. And there's an energetic projection here of binding or stripping energy. Now, um, we're actually undoing this work, whatever it is, or we're having success despite everything, depending on who's watching. Culturally, not everybody here is into magic or even understands that. So, in that sense, there would be intentions that are opposing to us, oppositional. We're in a space where we're needing some kind of boundary. Queen of Swords, we're needing to either attack or we're needing boundaries and standards here. we're needing to oppose another person's agenda, at least in respect where it crosses our path. We're needing specifically to quarantine ourselves to heal. We're needing a moment of respite. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords. We're needing respite to quarantine ourselves out or away from something. And then we have another four here. So there might be some type of repression, suppression, oppression, depression, usually along the level of Four of Swords is being pinned down in a jar. Four of Wands is somebody's trying to infiltrate our energy, infiltrate our life, infiltrate our space. And there is some kind of hidden enemy, Seven of Swords. So since it's on our side, it would mean that we need cunning strategy, tactics, especially with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, Queen needs seven. Break out, break free, some type of cunning truth strategy. It is an alert that there was some kind of manipulation. And then on one side, there's a sorceress, somebody leveraging our energy, our source, our power, our authority, and projecting it in a way to create some type of wealth. And they want to strip the wealth, harvest our energy, and divert it somewhere else. Now, I'm getting the energy is because I feel like they're running out of time. I want to kind of confirm that, see where that's coming from. And we have three queens here already and we've only laid the base of the pyramid. So that's a sign, okay, and the second seven. So there definitely is an attack here. It's confirmed. And it might be a group, or this can be within a community, or it's a group of people attacking. Again, because they want access. They're trying to gain some type of spiritual clearance and they need a heavenly being to do it. It's a second six. So this is about favor, gifts, grants, being chosen. And yeah, something's about to be over. Somebody's not going to be able to do something for much longer. There's been a breakdown in communication. Something has ended. Their gifts are being dried up or taken away. They're being exited out, some type of community, some type of spot, some type of tie, some type of bond, some type of union. There is a union here that they want to either enter into or they do not want to be ejected from. And something's happening where the resources that are being leveraged are being purged, depleted in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. Yeah, there's about to be a turning of the tides here. Something's about, yeah, and they're ruled, regulated, and restrained. They're feeling restricted, or they're wanting to bind something up, to stop or to block something up, and it's like a hemming of a dam type of situation. So we're moving out of a situation where we were bound down or depleted or left behind, undesirable, untouchable for some kind of reason. Something's coming into consciousness, something's being illuminated, enumerated, because it's going to be brought into the light of day. It's going to be seen clearly for what it is. Let's check on this double six. I was detecting that slightly because you have the Lovers card and the Four of Wands. So that's a twin flame soulmate connection. There's an existing union already. Right now is kind of off. There's aspects around it where they might need to suffer in silence together, the connection, or one person's been left out of the connection. It's Ten of Pentacles, so it's a legacy. It's like one for the history books, and there is some kind of soul healing, soul retrieval here. Somebody might have their sun in Libra or their moon in Libra. We also have the Queen and King of Pentacles, which is a kind of relationship. Usually it's the ones who should be bait up, boot up in a lifetime partnership, a marriage material. Yeah, give me all your love and ecstasy and And it's just like now something can be withering on the vine, or during the fall, as early as last December, something shifted or transitioned. There's a message here. I don't even know why I'm lying to myself about the way I feel about you. I may act as if I don't care, but deep down I know it's because I care too much, and that makes me very, very, very afraid. Okay, ho, but you're lying. That's what's up. Yeah, because they're petty. Petty McPetty. Somebody, yeah, so there's been deceit and regret here. Um, Somebody was left out in the cold, and it's clear that we healed, and somebody feels some kind of way about that because we had to deal with a lie, a bold-faced lie with the justice card out here. That means a trespass. And we already moved forward, and there's been a communication breakdown. Because what we have is an earth moon, a air moon, a fire moon, an earth sun, most likely Virgo. And the moon sign is most likely Leo. And I'm not very familiar with Mariah. So, but I'm getting a lot of Mariah songs. I just can't come up with the words. Infatuation, somebody can't let go. They're kind of obsessive. And there's some major differences in maturity here. There was a ghosting. Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold, unable to confront feelings or what they are feeling. Wants to avoid complex explanations and self-introspection, convenient to run instead of facing the other person's reaction. I'm sorry that I had to run, but I could not tell you how I felt because I do not even know how I feel. It was easier for me to walk away instead of having to explain myself. Okay, well, listen, honey, that's not what to do with me. I got Mars and Leo, courage of a lion. You bet not act cowardly around me. Do not do it. Runner, we're dealing with a runner. Okay, but that's one narrative. I'm getting a couple narratives here. And there's always multiple fronts when you have a queen. Readings center around the queen. It always revolves around the queen. So we have three different fronts. So there might be as much as three narratives here. So we might have to piece and parcel through this. Okay, so let me run down the ladder and then we'll get it going. Okay, thank you for your patience. Okay, so we have a double seis. Cuatro seis. Yeah, so there's some animosity because somebody here is chosen as favored, and they were expecting us to be sad or something of that nature. I don't know the whole narrative. I don't particularly care. It didn't happen. There's a breakdown in communication. Oh, I got something on my stove. I'll be right back. Yeah, Monty. So somebody knows that they have these strong feelings, and they're thinking and acting as if they're in a relationship with us. So that's this witchcraft that I'm perceiving because they're pushing their will so strongly our way towards us that it's having some type of spiritual manifestation that's not in alignment with us because we're not on the same page. There's no Two of Cups here. I called it exactly as it is. Okay, so we've won. We're in some kind of spot, but another person is forcing their will, Ten of Wands, and they're carrying a flame. Okay, let's check this Lovers and Four of Wands. There is a flame here. Somebody's carrying a flame. Give me a moment. Um, Somebody's holding a flame, carrying a flame, whatever language that is. See, the thing is, if they were open and honest and outright about, if they spoke their feelings, that we would have been able to make something happen. But it's starting to get to the point where they're imposing on our free will because they're trying to block, whether it's intentional or not, their energy is blocking something. There's a little tiny bit of narrative, and I think it's a different narrative because we have three different narratives here. There's one narrative where somebody's projecting their energy on us because we're part of their lifetime narrative. The goals, the wishes, the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations that they have for their life, in their mind, we're one of the characters in their little life story. And it includes happily ever after, but not that. It includes some kind of legacy building. And the thing about it is they haven't let us into the plan. There's something here where I don't know, because there's been a breakdown in communication. Since we're not clued into this plan, it's imposing on our free will. It's imposing on our destiny because we're not choosing them, but they chose us. And it's so strong, their manifestations, that it's creating an issue. And right now we're on the wrong side of the issue because we haven't asserted ourselves. But it also says here that we have more spiritual power and more authority than them. So the moment we acknowledge any issues that we're having, the moment we assert ourselves, it's going to blow up on their side. Right now, it hasn't because we're not really considering them too much. Maybe they come to our mind a few times, but it's not really anything that we have to do. Right now, we're healing. It says that we keep overcoming things, and so pretty soon it's just going to blow up on them. Maybe this reading is serving to give this illumination because it does say that we need strategy, cunning, and tactic. We need to break out, break free. But it also says that we're working on it. And since we're working on it, it's going to happen because we've already reached the depthhood. If we knew where this was coming from, we'd know exactly what to do with it. And it is saying that we are needing some type of cunning strategy. So we also need to move in silence. And it does say up here, however the energy is starting to manifest, however the energy is starting to matriculate into the physical, we do make it out. We do figure out this out and solve it. But I do want to say the past is coming back to haunt or to be faced. Now, on our end, I just already said it. We're looking to break out, break free of something, and then the sun card came right back. So we're looking to break out, break free. Somebody has some energetic tether to us because we're the wifey in their story, or we're the loving, receptive nature. Even if we're masculine, assigned or identified, we're the loving, nurturing energy in their story. And it's a relationship. It's a booed up, bait up, filial relationship, meaning with coitus, copulation, bed pleasures. But this is aggression. They are under the impression that they can make us be in love with them, whether it's through a spell or, oh, okay, there's a backfiring love spell here as well. So somebody's under the impression that they can make us love them, not fall in love with them. They can make us love them. That's a whole bunch of toxic BS. Let's move on. Okay, so then this other narrative, which is kind of multitudinous, this other narrative is that somebody is secretly in love with us and it's not the person doing the love spell on us. They have done this a little bit of connection with us, and they're honestly thinking that the next couple of times that we run into each other, they can get something off the ground, and it's better than anything else we've talked about. there's love here, but since there's a person putting a spell on us, there's another person, us kind of stuck on stupid a little bit, or unawares, or a little bit behind the program. It's way late. There's some too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's the truth. That's really what we need to know here, because the devil is trying to block us, but we have reached spiritual perfection, so we just need to make a couple few decisions, because love is on the way, and it's going to be blocked or hindered or whatever because we need to execute or exercise some judgment. There's somebody obsessive compulsive with us, because life is about to turn around, and they're about to be their situation is going to be wrapped up, meaning their influence in our life is over. So tell me a couple few things about this person that's in love with us. We're hearing the song "Turn the Beat Around." Love to hear. Is that Gloria Estefan? I love her. I'm into all that salsa, flamenco, marimba. Okay, so with this person, there's been a lot of strong emotions. It's not toxic here. It's just that there's been a lot of strong emotions. It's been a test. We've had to stretch ourselves in the understanding here, and we're not fully done with the growth. Now, somebody's focusing on work. For some reason, I'm getting that it's us. Okay, well, because we're in Capricorn energy. And there is somebody kind of being hush hush because there might be people around, or they're worried what people might think. So somebody, yeah, they got it bad. So this person is a yes. We just need to talk it out. So there's a situation with two different people where we need to talk it out because time is ticking. For one person, it's a no because they're pushy with their energy. It's kind of gross. It's kind of cringe. And the other person is there should have been something we recognized already because they have let us know. I'm sorry if you weren't direct about it. I'm gonna overlook it and I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna drive right by me. But that's what happened. We should know already that there's a connection because it's time. It's time. And see, we might not think that they feel something for us because they haven't said anything, but it's a past lifetime. The feelings are more than this in this lifetime. Okay, so there's a competition for a relationship with us. And there is somebody that is really, really, really scared that they're not going to be chosen. And to be honest, they might not be. Whatever happens is karma. Whoever's done something wrong that they shouldn't have is not going to be chosen. But we're tribute. It's like we're the prize or something of that nature. And there's a lot of feelings and there's a lot of options too. We have a lot of options to consider here. And we're a little bit unaware that we can't or we don't see everything because we can only perceive, but we don't have any perspective or very little, if any. What is this double four? Cuatro que cuarto? Okay, so we're a woman of very high spiritual power. And if we're not a woman, it means that we are very loving and nurturing, and our love is on par with divine. It means we have God's love, and it's creating some kind of havoc here. I want to just pull one more time on this double four. It came right back. Our love is creating some type of havoc here. because everybody's vying for our attention. When we choose somebody, it's going to send shockwaves through the universe. And so I was pulling on this justice card. I don't know why, but I was, because it's next to the moon. Okay, so somebody is guilty of an infraction, and so the spot that could have been theirs, if they had done it the right way, is going to go to somebody else. And I think they're starting to sense that. I think they're looking back in time and thinking like, why didn't I do this? Why did I do that? Why did I have to act this way? Why did I have to treat them this way? Because of fear and a lack of healing. Okay, so the Nine of Swords and the Justice card keep coming back. So somebody's under judgment. Things are being deliberated, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose here. So let me take a different read here. Yeah, this has been Gloria Estefan from an Turn the Beat Around. Love to hear percussion. Yeah, I love her so much. Turn it upside down. Yeah, oh girl, sing it. I think I'm gonna have to listen to that on my run. Yeah, I gotta download that. Okay, so we are tribute. There's people competing over us. I just have to say, um, it came back. I changed the energy around, and it came right back. It did not leave. According to karma, somebody is going to lose, and it's this double forward. Something tried to suppress us so we couldn't move forward, but they never came by and said, "Hey, I like you." I understand suppressing something if you come through and you said what your intention is and what you're planning to do and what you're trying to do, but that's not what happened. They're suppressing us because they can't catch up to us. And what they're wanting to do is they don't want us to have feelings for anything else or anybody else because they know that's a new beginning for us. But here's the thing, we've already graduated out of this energy, so there's going to be a change any day now. Any day now. Oh, what is going on? I can hear you say, yeah, overload that. They feel like we're obligated to accept their offer for whatever reason. And I don't know what that's about. They think like, oh, but I've gone on and caught up and I've worked on myself and la di da, but you never said anything to my face. And I feel like something happened as well, where they had the opportunity or they had access to us, and now that we're moving on to a different energy, they're feeling some kind of way about it because the whole time they were sitting on those feelings, believing that if they said something, it wouldn't have happened, and that's not the truth. Actually, if they come back rushing towards us now to say, hey, I want you, I want a shot, let me get at that, let me throw my hat in the ring, we're going to be angry. It's a moral injury because they had access to us for the longest time and they didn't do anything with it. And it's a misfortune for them, and they need to see it that way. They need to see the fact, I know this says curse, but it reads here, hate, catastrophe, misfortune. So it's a misfortune for them, and they need to see it that way. Because they need to not dibble dabble in our lives. They need to leave us free to make our own decisions. They're wanting us to choose them all of a sudden. Why? Because we're friends, or why? Because you had access to me, or why? Because we have all this history together. I actually find it disrespectful that you've had access to me for this amount of time and you've done nothing with it, but tell me that you're my friend. And now when I want to go towards somebody as a lover, you're upset because I'm not going to choose you, but you never gave me the baseline to look at you romantically. Furthermore, you're going to double down with spiritual interference because you lack the wherewithal, the chutzpah, the cojones to come through, pull through, come hard, or stand on business. You don't want to be my friend. You want to be my lover. You want to be my boo. So what say you? Why are you saying this just now? Where was this before? See, they're getting blessed, but the thing they're getting blessed with is knowledge and wisdom because they're getting an experience here, but they're not getting the actual love. And they're giving blessings or paying tithes to the wealth god. So what's going to happen here is it's inevitable that they're going to be left out. There's no way around it. It's inevitable. I know it says death here, but it says inevitable harm or something that's endless. And they're going to try to entice us or trick us or whatever. No, you'll get to be our friend. If you don't want to compromise trust, you got to be honest and look for compatibility. We're no longer compatible that way. I don't find you, I don't look at you as a romantic opportunity. Okay, and that's going to be hard for them because they were always hoping to get a leg up here, gain. They always thought that they could cultivate some type of deeper connection. They always thought that at the end they would win because they had access to us when this whole time they had access to us and they never said, hey, I'm interested in you. To be honest, that's where they were at. And we're going to be a little angry because if we would have known, we would have had opportunity to get time to get used to the idea. But now we're moving on, moving forward, and they want to block us, stop us in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. That's messed up, dude. Now it's getting excessive. They're asking for things that we no longer have the capacity to give them because we lack the desire. And they were being strategic, and some of it is in a nasty way. Unfortunately, they're being spiritually strategic as well. Where was this strategy before? You had what you wanted right there in your hand, but instead of using it, you wasted time. You were playing games. And so now you're feeling some kind of way. Nine of Swords, nightmare. This I'm getting offended, upset. This reading that I'm doing is hurting my feelings. So I'm feeling something is off. See, since we were spending so much time with this person, it blocked our real person. This person wasn't our person. That's a friend that was close by. They weren't our person. They weren't. They're not our person. It's some type of they're feeling like the victim because they're really close to something that they want, but they're really truly genuinely a friend. And if they try to do anything more, we're gonna have to withdraw completely because they're about to become obsessive. They're gonna disturb our peace. They're gonna disturb our peace. They shouldn't upset the flow of things because it's gonna topple over on them and it's gonna get out of their hands in a way that they can't imagine right now. They need to pray to the Lord because they can manifest what they want. We're a good template for them to follow, but we're not going to be the manifestation. And that's not what they want. If we give into them, we're going to lose out. This is not the what we need to bind ourselves to. But they need love, not this friendship. They need love, and we can't give that to them, unfortunately. They can get it, but they have some attachment to us. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure to do so. This was a reading about somebody close to us that's attached to us romantically. They can't let it go, but they had a lot of time, energy, effort, and attention to let us know that there was some kind of attraction, which would have been mutual at a previous time. It's a little offensive now since they had access to us for however amount of time. They're only moving forward because towards attraction because now they see somebody else about to step into that spot. They did the wait and see method, which is to gain a friendship and then try to move it towards romance, but that might not be how we work. And they never inquired about how they might or how we might get a relationship off the ground. You could ask a person what they need to start a relationship without being very direct. I don't think they did that. It's not giving me the energy that they were playing it lame. It's just that they were playing it too slow and somebody else moved into that spot. And then that's when they get gross and nasty. Then they start spiritually manipulating, energetically projecting onto us in a way that can destroy the friendship. Also, there's us involved with another person. And with this other person, they've given us signals that they're attracted to us. Okay. We've fumbled a couple times. And right now, we need to get to higher ground, find some clarity, some strategy, some tactics, some cunning in order to get this relationship off the ground because it is more in alignment and it's a legacy type of relationship, meaning it's going to be for the history books. By the way, this other relationship that I was just talking about, the one that was a friend that had close access to us that didn't take any time to invest in an intimate connection, that suddenly wants intimacy with us, they're going to be our friend forever for our whole entire life, but they're not going to be our lover. There was a very short amount of time early in the beginning where they could have been our lover. That's not going to happen. And it's not our fault, not our problem. We need to move on, move forward, and so do they. So take good care until we meet again, until we meet again. Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the matrix, lost in the seas of time. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be whole. May you be at peace. May you receive everything that you ever want, starting with what you deserve. I pray that you return to the resplendent grace of the divine, of unconditional love and universal oneness. I hope that your steps are ordered, your path is illuminated, and you find salvation and redemption in this life. Until we meet again, until we read again, Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Avida Zain, Das Vidanya, Arrivederci, Adios, Ciao.